Ancient wisdom. How the Greeks discovered the cycles of power. Thousands of years ago, the ancient Greeks made a profound observation that still resonates today. A power and society move in predictable cycles. This insight laid the groundwork for countless theories on how civilizations rise and fall. The rhythm of history. The Greeks recognized that societies oscillate between golden ages, periods of peace, prosperity, and cultural flowering, and dark ages marked by poor leadership, conflict, scarcity, and stagnation. This pattern appears at every level, from small city-states to vast empires. The concept that governments progress through repeating stages dates back to antiquity. While we might think of cyclical history as a modern idea, its roots extend all the way to philosophers like Plato in the 4th century BCE. Plato's 5 forms of government. Plato was among the first to propose a systematic theory of political cycles. He outlined 5 forms of government, each with distinct characteristics. 1. Aristocracy, rule by noble families where power is inherited. 2. Democracy, only property owners may hold public office. 3. Oligarchy, political power concentrated among the wealthy. 4. Democracy, citizens vote to enact leaders, laws, and policies. 5. Tyranny, all power held by a single unconstrained ruler. According to Plato, societies naturally deteriorate from aristocracy toward tyranny, driven by the self-interest and imperfections of those in power. Polybius and the anacyclosis. The most sophisticated ancient theory of political cycles came from Polybius, 200 to 118 BCE. As the son of a respected politician and military commander from the Achaean League, Polybius had a perfect vantage point to observe the ebbs and flows of Greek and Roman governance. His monumental work, The Histories, documents the tumultuous period of the Punic and Macedonian Wars. Unlike many historians of his time, Polybius sought first-hand accounts and archival materials, prioritizing factual accuracy over propaganda. Polybius didn't just theorize from a distance. He experienced these political transitions personally as a cavalry officer who even joined Scipio during the fateful sack of Carthage in 146 BCE. The cycle of constitutions. The Greeks used the term cyclos to describe governmental cycles, viewing them as inevitable consequences of human nature and ruling class motivations. Polybius refined this into anacyclosis, the cycle of constitutions. His model of anacyclosis follows a pattern similar to Plato's. 1. Society begins in mob rule until a strong leader emerges. 2. This leader establishes a monarchy. Polybius considered Philip II, father of Alexander the Great, an exemplary monarch. 3. The monarch's descendants, lacking their predecessor's virtues, become oppressive, transforming monarchy into tyranny. 4. Prominent citizens overthrow the tyrant and establish an aristocracy. 5. These aristocrats eventually lose their sense of virtue, creating an oligarchy. 6. The people rebel against oligarchic corruption and establish a democracy. 7. Democracy ultimately degenerates back into mob rule, restarting the cycle, breaking the cycle. Mixed government. Polybius wasn't merely a fatalist, accepting the inevitable corruption of all governments. He proposed a solution. Mixed government that combines elements of monarchy, aristocracy, and democracy, much like modern democratic republics. He attributed Rome's success in conquering the Mediterranean to their balanced institutions, an emphasis on virtue, respect, and civic duty. In a rare opportunity for a political theorist, Polybius was tasked with establishing new governments for several Greek cities after Rome destroyed Corinth in 146 BCE, allowing him to put his theories into practice. A lasting legacy, Polybius's ideas resonated far beyond his lifetime. His concepts of mixed constitutions and separation of powers influenced his students Scipio, Machiavelli, Montesquieu, John Locke, the framers of the U.S. Constitution. Cicero also drew heavily from Polybius but believed Rome could escape the cycle if its republic maintained its virtues, a belief later echoed by America's founding fathers, who thought their government would succeed only if its citizens remained virtuous. The question for today: so where does this leave us now? Have our modern mixed governments finally broken the anicyclosis, or are we simply at a different point in the cycle? As we observe the strengths and strains in contemporary democratic systems worldwide, the ancient wisdom of Polybius offers us both warning and guidance. If you found this exploration of political cycles fascinating, please support our work by liking and subscribing. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's make this a conversation rather than a lecture. You can also follow us on social media for daily content and visit our website for in-depth essays, reading recommendations, and more. Until next time.